Hello, Houston, we have splashdown. So welcome to the episode 3 from the thewheeldalemuffett. This time I bring it to you from my nerd corner, so you can see my hobbies. I do a lot of computer gaming. My housemates call it the nerd corner. I think I'm not too nerdy, lies. But yeah, anyway, this episode is about wheelchair transfers. So being paralysed from the waist down, I can't use my legs. Wheelchair transfers are the only way that I can get from my wheelchair to other things like the bed, the sofa, floor, car. So they become incredibly important to make sure that I can do stuff. Thing to note with spinal cord injuries that depending on your height, depends how difficult they are. Obviously strength, confidence is a big part of wheelchair transfers. And as you get higher, you lose various muscle groups. So someone with like a C-level injury, like a neck injury, they might be quadriplegic. And they might not be able to do transfers in the way I can. So they may use a hoist. Hoist can be great. Some people can hoist themselves. Some people need help as well. So with the spinal cord injury world, again, it's all very varied as always. But in this case today, I'm going to show you how I do wheelchair transfers and show you that there's a lot of stuff that I can do. So let's have a look at some videos I prepared earlier. So my first transfer, this was at Salisbury Hospital. I'm like shuffling along. You can see it's slow and it's difficult. I have no confidence. I'm quite weak as well. You can see my arms are very small. I look very skinny. I take lots of time. I'm concentrating really hard. I'm even worried where my hands are so much more. I get myself on, and you can see from my face that was hard. But fast forward a few months and look at what we can do now. Look at how quick this is. Like boom, boom, oosh. Straight onto the bed, straight off again. Don't even worry about where my hands are going. It's just confidence of time. So then we start getting into more interesting transfers. So the first one's the sofa, which is difficult because the cushions are soft and because it's a split level, so it's different heights. So getting up is a bit tricky. It takes a bit of practice. The next trickier one is a car transfer. So when I first did this, I used a transfer board, which you'd place between my chair and the car, and you kind of slide along. Now I can just flick myself into the car. So again, time and confidence is a big part of that. Getting out the car is a bit trickier. So I've got to I put one leg out, keep one leg in. I have to shift myself up, think about what I'm doing, and then lift myself, swing myself around onto the chair. The next one is I don't have a wet room in my house, so I can't use a shower chair. So I use a bath chair. These are a bit tricky because it's a different height straight away, hard. And then I've got my legs kind of get in the way of the bath there, so I have to kind of flick myself around and shift myself on. Then flick myself around again. Coming off's a bit easier, it's a bit wet, slide off. I usually put a towel on the cushion. The next one I want to show is the floor to chair transfer, which kind of has the reputation in the para world of being the hardest one you can do. So here you kind of get down to the floor. Gravity is obviously a massive help when it comes to getting down. The tricky part for me is every time I get on the floor, Pumpkin comes and joins me. So she thinks it's instantly playtime the moment you're on the floor. So when I'm trying to film transfers for this video, it makes it extra hard. So here, going back up into the chair, it's all about confidence. You have to launch your bum up in the air and throw your head to the floor, which kind of pivots your bum up. Then you kind of need to stabilise yourself, which is very difficult with a pumpkin licking your neck. So once you're eventually stable, so it takes me some time, one more to go, are we there? Yeah, we're stable. Then I can lift myself up, bring my feet up, and then I'm in my chair. But you can see from my face it was fairly tricky. This is the namesake of the episode. So here, getting into the hot tub, fairly easy, I just lift myself up. Then Houston, we have splashdown. So, and then it's getting out, that's the problem. So I can hook myself up onto the side. And then what I do is I slide myself onto my wheelchair. I'd never want an AT to see this, but I've never fallen out. I've done it loads of times now. Once you're used to it, it's okay. It's good enough. So there we go. There's all the videos of my wheelchair transfers. As you can see, there is a lot I can do. The only thing really limiting you is confidence. And strength you can just build up as long as you've not got other injuries that are getting in your way. So yeah, hopefully you've learned something, you've seen something about how I do transfers. If you have any questions about how I do transfers, please ask them in the comments. I'm more than happy to answer. And yeah, please subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers, guys.